Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Darcy. I'm glad that you have come to see what I have today, which is a journal, which is for sale. So let's see if I can make this a tiny bit neater. As an artist, my area is hardly ever neat, but hopefully my stuff is really neat and cool. I don't know. So this is a Halloween ABC journal with light shining right on it like that. There, let's try that. And oh, I haven't even counted the pages, but let's go ahead and do a flip through. It has a fabric spine, and it's two kinds of the binding is hinged, but also like each signature is a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So each signature is bound together with the where's the middle, with the thread with the 3 holes, and then the 2 signatures are attached to each other with a hinge, and then they're attached to the front and the back of the book with this big hinge type thing right here. This is just a fabric hinge basically, and this is the front page of this. Same with back here, we have this fabric hinge. I'll show a video showing how I did it. So now we can, and there's still room to grow. This still has room, so it can poof out a little bit more. So you can add more, and there's plenty of pages that you can add more pockets to. So yeah. So we have this fun pocket here with the crows on it, which came from Jack in the pumpkin patch, or Jack, I don't know. The crows try to eat his pumpkins. It's a bookmark. It's laminated. Just a little fun thing in there. And then this is some decorative, this is some hand-dyed paper, and it did interesting things, whatever the paper was. It's something my aunt got at a thrift, got at a probably garage sales one time, and so I will never be able to find that paper again. But it does all this really cool stuff when I dyed it with the food coloring, and so you're lucky you get some of these. And then this is from an I Spy book, and I've just backed it with some cardstock. So you will find some fun hand-dyed pages in here, along with the original book in order, which you'll be able to tell because it'll say A and then B. This could be a little tiny pocket right here. And then this is a page from Gyo Fujikawa. And so we've got the broomstick train poem there, the moonship poem there. And then there's a Tim Holtz stamp that I did on some dyed paper that I had. And made that into a pocket, and some reproduced or printed vintage postcards that have been printed from, from somebody's kit. And then this is just something you can play with. It's acrylic paint, and then I folded it up to make a little pocket so you can add small ephemera in there. And then, oh, this is from the other book with the crows. And this is some hand-dyed paper that I do with food coloring. Oh, I should have put the moon on that page. And then just there's some little fussy cutting and a printed page there. I just used my little circle die to cut those from the I Spy book. And more pictures from that. And then we have Halloween. This was a vintage music book that was, I believe it was vintage. It was a landscape, so it like has nice long pages. And then, oh, see, this is more of that paper. You're lucky you get some of this paper that I have very little of. But it did this really cool look that I've never been able, I did at least scan those because I'll never be able to do that again. So this is also from the I Spy book. Spooky Night, I think, was the I Spy book. It just had all the spooky stuff. Alright, Sometimes this goes in really easy, sometimes it doesn't. I may have to trim it up just a tiny bit, I don't know. Then we have the peanuts, and it's brittle paper, so I glued it right on there. And then another Tim Holtz stamp. That's just a little pocket right there. More dyed papers. And then page from Dick and Jane, where they're dressing up as a clown. And the belly band right there. This is also from the I Spy, and this is from a Lego Halloween Lego book of some sort. And then this is also from the alright, so you'll see pages from the I Spy book, the Jack and the Pumpkin Patch type book, the original book, and the Gyo Fujikawa you'll see pages from, and another one of those, another Tim Holtz. And what was the other book? Oh, the Lego one, which I had right here, and I could show you, but it's Spooky Nightmares. This is the Lego book that the pages came from. And then also another alphabet book that are in the center, and fussy cutting here and there. And did you see that was a scarecrow on the other? Oh yeah, I think he was supposed to go in the middle, but sorry, he didn't end up in the middle. Let's see, this is just some paper that you can play with, and a piece of paper you can play with. I always encourage people who get my journals to add to it, to play, to have fun. And then there's a little ticket with a skeleton on it with more of my hand-dyed papers. And then a little, this is from the Tim Holtz Halloween kit. And then there's that one, which Lego, so you can figure out where that one was from. And that's just a Rolodex card that I had stamped, and just use all my inks to make it look all grungy. That's the moon I was talking about. Should have put it on that other page. And you will see that there's paint on the back of the hand-painted cards. That's how you know they're hand done. And we have him. More of that paper. More Dick and Jane. We have a pocket over here. That card there, and most of the colors in here are like gray, the teal, the burnt orange, stuff like that on the backs of the cards that you can write on. And a collage card with a Tim Holtz stamp, more fussy cutting, or like that one's back with some fun scrapbook paper, which is light enough to be able to write on. And then there's another Tim Holtz stamp down there. And purple is also another color I used. And you'll see some spiderweb stamps here and there. A couple stickers here and there. And then this is paper that I had tea dye mixed with, or I stuck in the tea dye and then I sprayed it with some food coloring, or I mixed the food coloring in the tea dye. I'm not sure, but that's why it's got the brown on it, because it's got the tea dye as well as food coloring, so it's nice and grungy going on there. And we have another collage one, and oh, that was some fun paper I used on the back of some collages. This is a watercolor background one with a little haunted house, and then another tag for you to play with that just has those fun unique patterns that you probably won't be able to get anywhere else unless someone who knows how to do it. If so, I want to know how. There's a big pocket with another tag. Oh, that's another from the page from the anyway, it's a book with things, and this was painted and a little dye on there. And then we have this little tiny tag / card and this little kind of ticket. It's got paint on the back. Oh, got my thumbprint on the back apparently. I don't have a record. I'm probably in the system, but I don't have a record. Why am I in the system? Well, I work for a school system. You have to get your fingerprints checked when you there's a background to play with. It's just a mixed media background with watercolor, gesso, stamp, all that jazz. And then we have an altered paper clip. Yeah, when you work in a school, you have to get a background check, and they take your fingerprints for that. And before that, I worked for the government, so They get fingerprints for that too. And I thought these just came out really cute when I did the pumpkins, the jack-o'-lanterns, Tim Holtz jack-o'-lanterns on those. Not regretting getting those at all. I've been having fun with those. And there's still more things I want to try. This was also some hand-dyed paper. I don't know how the color shows, but it's pink and green and teal. And then this is also some hand-dyed paper. You can see a little bit of the plastic lace stuff that I put it on, but it's got some pinks and teals and oranges, and was also set on something else too, so it's just got a lot of fun things. And some tea-dyed paper, and a little corner pocket here with this is, hey look, that actually didn't get so much of a mess, probably from the middle of the page after I cut it. I painted the background on that one, and that is hand-dyed paper on the back of that one. And another collage one, which will have the black on the back, and that has the orange on the back. And I put a little frame around the elephant because I just thought it was kind of cute to do that. Trying to figure out how to use those frames that I made. Thought that was a cute way. And there's a piece of paper to play with. It's got the books on the back and skeleton thing on that side, and then this little skeleton page that I used as a corner tuck. Whoops. And there's some stamping on that page, tea-dyed page, and nice big pocket with a couple stickers there. Because the little boy was dressed as a tiger. And oh, we got some bright green too, but there was green. See, I tried to coordinate the fronts with the back, so that's why the back is green, because we have some green here and there. For that journal card. And the journal cards you can use to write on the back, or you can even make it a pocket on another page. I mean, if you need more pockets, do that. Go for it. And you could use this book, you know, if you wanted to do a October daily, where you write every day of October and then ends on the last day of October. You know, there's plenty of pages for that. Or if you just kind of want to take it out every October and just write about how that Halloween went, it would last, you know, be fun to use year after year. There's plenty of pages. In fact, I will tell you how many in a second. That's what that whole stamp looks like. I thought it'd be fun to see that. And then another one of those fun pockets, a little deep thing on there. And see, we had green on there. That's why I did the green on the back. I have reasons for things. Humpty Dumpty. And there's a chain and a shovel. It just was fun and spooky. And then this is like got pictures of like spiders, and I think that's a tortoise, a Q. Just different things, and the keys for the haunted house. So that was in the book. So this book has a little over 100 pages. So 100 plus pages. I'm looking for my ruler. Don't mind me. And the height, I mean, it's the full size of a little golden book, because I don't cut off the end. So it is 6.5 by just under 8. So that's like, I forget what that is. 8 and I don't remember. It's the 7/8, I think 8 and 7/8. That's what it is. I was like 14/16 doesn't sound right. 8 and 7/8. 7 and 7/8. 6.5 by 7 and 7/8. And the let's see, this part here, if I could just do that, is about just under 1 1/4 inch, or 1 1/4 inch if I put it in the right place. And there's room to grow. So that is. They feel loose, but they shouldn't be. Like, I think it's because of the way it's bound. But this might be a tiny bit loose, so I am going to reduce my price just a little bit because of that. But they're not going anywhere. This one's a little tighter. And I swear I had it tight enough, but the hard thing is, like, you want it tight enough so that it doesn't move, but not so tight that it starts ripping. I'm still learning that, I think. So that will be for sale in my shop, and I hope somebody will buy it and love it and use it for years to come. Have a delightful day, everybody.